What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. Recently, I was honored with an invite from Gopa Worldwide Consultants in partnership with GIZ to share my experience in line with business planning and financial management at an SME workshop under the Economic Competitiveness of Small and Medium Enterprises project. And I obliged. I was able to capture part of my presentation. So here are some of our current business practices in line with business planning, budgeting, and financial management. Enjoy! Baby, let the light shine through if you believe. Now, currently, our practices when it comes to business planning, for starters, now our business plan is there and we always look up to updating it with current information. Now we set more clear and achievable goals, and we have factors we consider when it comes to setting goals for the company. Of course, the goals have to be measurable, they have to be realistic, attainable, and time bound. And this has helped us improve in the business management part of it. And the other thing now we are doing, we have done some good market research and we are aware of what our competitors are doing, are offering. Now we have clear prices that we set, which are close to the standard in the market across. And that has also helped us do away with the whole price fluctuations we used to have at the beginning. Now the other thing is now we have set clear designated roles for everyone in order to have good accountability. So everyone knows what they are supposed to do, and in case something is not going well, you're questioned and you're accountable, you're responsible for it. And with that, we have realized good results because there's no more blame game or you could have done that. You're supposed to do that. So we have done away with that currently, and that has really contributed to the success of our company. And also in managing the other employees that we have systems in place that they can clearly follow in order to have better quality management. So in our line, we have systems like when you're dealing with a client, in case they want a website, there are steps that you follow in order to be able to deliver good quality work in that line. For instance, the first thing we do now before quoting a client is we have to gather requirements. We need to know what exactly you want from us. You could be in need of the system and you're telling us you want a website, which doesn't work. And when we quote a website, you expect us to deliver in the system level, which is not applicable. So now we have that, we get to know what exactly the client wants, and we are able to apply and meet their needs accordingly. And when it comes to budgeting, currently we use the 50, 30, 20 rule. I don't know if any of us is familiar with that to manage the finances, but that helps us in a way that we make sure the non-negotiables are well catered for. For instance, the 50% caters for things like rent, the salaries, utility bills, the things we cannot do away with. And then the 20% we try as much as possible to save money for the company for a rainy day, because it's known that every month or every year is going to be the same. So we try to save some money so that the company can keep running irrespective of whether clients are coming in or not. The other thing the 30% caters for once employees like to go for like day trips. You treat them out for lunch, things like that. Other things like beautifying the office, because that is not the need really. You only need where you can sit and deliver. So that caters for that. And in most cases, it's actually even diverted to the needs of the company, most cases. So that is how we manage the monies. But we've also, with the budgeting has also helped us project ourselves, because for you to budget, you need to have a number. So it has also helped us project ourselves and also identify any financial leakages that might happen. Because before then we would, just spend anyhowly, like I mentioned, we divert the money to personal things and yet it's supposed to be for business. So here when we budget, we know exactly where the money is going and where we are having loopholes, and we get to bridge to cut them off there. Then when it comes to managing the business finances, we've got policies in place that helps us track the finances and how the business is doing. Like we have the no cash policy that we're trying to enforce. Of course, not every client will go that, but currently, when we are working with the client, we advise them to deposit their money direct to the bank account and not give us cash or bring cash. And with a lot of fintechs, coming around, we have all the banking, the agent bankings around. You can easily access the bank and you transact. So we advise clients to do that, so that when it comes to spending, there's a trail, and we also get to know how much exactly we have made throughout the year. So we enforce that, and for those who are not interested in, depositing the money direct to the bank or don't mind having any trail, we have also secured till numbers so that people can use mobile money to send money direct again to our company account. So we minimize having any cash around, so that it is easier to trace. And when we are to withdraw money from the account, all the partners are aware and there is need for that. Because at the end of the day, we are trying to make sure that our books are correct. The next thing is that now we do good bookkeeping. We are not perfect, but now at least we have good bookkeeping. According to where we were then, at least we are far much better now. And we make sure we meet our obligations with the government, we pay our taxes on time, so that we don't have to incur any penalties, so that we don't have to, have any issues with URL. Because if you want to operate and grow in any country, you have to be a law-abiding citizen. And if you don't pay taxes, then you even shut out some of the clients who will work with you. Because now when you look at some government bids, there's no way you can bid if you're not tax registered, or if you don't have a VAT, if you're not VAT registered. Because they are also trying to find ways of, minimizing costs or cutting costs. And if they work with you and you're VAT registered, that percentage is going to go back to the government and they get to retain it. So it is key and important that we pay our taxes, which we have really embraced, and it has helped us have a good reputation, because clients ask for tax clearance certificate, things like that. But also, we have made it a point that we don't spend all company money, however small it might be. So the 20%, we try as much as possible to reserve it for the company, and we found ways of somehow investing it so that it can accumulate some small money. Like we invest in things like mutual funds, which are easily liquidified in case you have an emergency. You can easily liquidify your money. You can get it within 24 hours, which has also increased our income. That's customer interest that we have. And also when it comes to managing the finances, we realized we were making losses in some areas as a company. ICT sometimes but I guess it applies to all. Sometimes when you have a business, people around you want you to work on the friendship basis. Think about good desire, that kind of thing. And we have decided to completely do away with that. And now we have a policy. Before we allocate resources to work on a client, whether it's our time or just our brains. We have a policy, you have to first commit financially. So before we lift our finger to do anything for you, you have to put like a financial contribution there. You commit, and if you don't come through, of course, that the company will retain. We have used resources, thinking of things for you. So that has also helped us reduce on the losses we are making. Because before then, you would find a client who wants a website, and they give you everything that you need, but they don't commit financially. And then after doing the website, then they'll just go on to, and you've wasted time and resources on that. Sometimes we have clients who want you to renew their domain and hosting service. You do it, it's running for a full year, and somehow all of a sudden your money is never there. They are always broke, and you have already put it. So this has also helped us minimize the financial leakages we had as a company. And also, separating business from customer relations. The other thing we have done in our company to improve, we have enforced official communication. Because sometimes you communicate with the client on phone, and you're the only person who knows what you guys talked about. Well, even when they are asking for an extension, and they're like, you know what, right now we are low on finances. Of course, those cases happen, but we would want to retain our service, but we are willing to pay in such and such a time. And if it happens only on phone, there's no documentation, there's no way you can refer to it or affirm to it. Someone will deny. So the other policy we have implemented, things have to be official. You want a grace period, write it in email. And we also don't use Gmail or Yahoo. We use company emails. So that in case the client or in case the employee decides to leave, because of course when you're working with people, they want their final destination. Some can decide to leave along the way, and others can, find better opportunities. Of course, others, maybe they're not delivering as per their job description, and you have to let them go. But the company has to continue. So for continuity, we have enforced official communication. We use company emails. In case that someone leaves, we can assign the client another person in the company, and because there is a trail, then you don't go back to zero. You be like, you don't go back to zero. You start from where they start, because they know what is happening.